Hello and welcome to my channel. So today I'd like to share something with you. Many of my clients call me in reference to helping them interpret their dreams. And so I am going to share with you today my top 3 spreads in helping to decipher or get through the muddle that sometimes our dream world is. So stick around and I will share with you my top 3 dream tarot spreads. Ready? Okay, so the first spread that I'd like to share with you this is what I personally call the symbol spread. So recently I had someone call me and their dream had to do with someone that was really close to them that they had known for a very long time, and there was another person with them in the dream. Actually, there was a woman and a child with them in the dream. And so they wanted to know what was the meaning of it. And they were in the dream walking into this scenery. And so one thing I have learned is that each one of us has different interpretations to the same thing because of our life experiences, our culture, our background, and many other factors involved. So here in this particular case, that dream had a woman, a child, a man, my client, the dreamer, and the message to the dream. And I usually put a card here to find out what is the cause or matter to learn from here, or the block, or the catalyst. So let's just, I know that these cards are not going to be the same, but let's use that same example. What was the woman representing? The woman was representing about something to look into the future. What was the child representing? It was representing maternal concerns and emotions that are coming to light. The man represented holding the possibilities of future plans and the ability to do them. My dreamer, having some issues about not listening to messages that were coming, and the Hierophant, spiritual guides. So, and then what's the message? That family, because it had a man, a woman, and a child. And now we have this person in this arch, in this place here. We have a family here as well, with we have a man, a woman, and a child, and all this abundance here. And the family crest is here as well. And we see many symbols here, such as balance. We see a castle here, and we see some trees. And so definitely this could be a dream in a way that it could be interpreted, and this is just vague. This could be interpreted in that there are some things that you're looking towards in the future that may be helping you with some decisions that you need to make, but you need to stay very connected and very focused and nurture your dreams and because of this we have the child here. So there are things here that require nurturing, and that you do have the ability to make these things happen. But the issue is here is that you're not responding, you're not taking action to the messages and the signs that you're getting or your spiritual guidance. But if you do, the outcome is that you will be able to, bring things together and provide the nurturing, provide the material means, and whatever it is that this is anxiety that you have about. If you follow the messages and listen to the signs, you're definitely going to be able to balance this family situation that you're foreseeing. And that would be in that type of spread. Okay, let's take a look at another spread that I like using. So I call this my symbols, because we wanted to break through the different representations of the personas or objects that are seen in dreams. If this was a car, or if this would have been a snake, or a destination, you'd put these down as that. Make sense, right? Okay, let's move on now to take a look at my other favorite spread. And if you are interested in a reading, or if you need help deciphering the dream, please visit my website. I do charge for that, and I do have 20-minute readings and 40-minute readings, depending on how the depth of your dream is. But you get to choose the time, okay? Okay, so now let's take a look at my second spread of choice, and this is what it looks like. This is usually a dream that you just can't make any sense with, and so you're like, oh, I had this dream and I really can't make any sense of this. Okay, the way that it goes is this way. Okay, so this is very, very short and pretty much to the point. So when I use this one, it's when you've got a lot of vagueness and you have these kind of loopy dreams and they're so short, but you feel like there's something in there and you're just being disturbed because you can't make any sense out of it. Very simple. It's the main. Without even going into the details, it's like, okay, well, let's focus in onto the dream and make sure that when you're talking with your client, that your client is focused on, explaining to you the dream as much as you can. And so you lay down your first card and says, okay, let's take a look at what's going on in your subconsciousness. And then the next card that you would lay out is, let's see what is affecting your consciousness. So the two issues here, we have the subconscious mind and then the conscious mind. And then the third one is, what am I supposed to do, or what your client needs to know about this situation. So I don't have a loopy dream to reference real quick, but let's just say that there was a loopy vague dream about, going through a cave, and you got into the cave and you saw some people, they were in there fishing, and you tried to cross over to the other side, but then you woke up. Okay, so the subconscious is trying to tell you that there is some manageable crisis up ahead that you're worried about or situation, and try and make that connection with your customer, with your client, and help them identify what's been their latest worry. Consciously, you've been feeding this emotionally. You've been so invested in this in your waking hours that you've been just connecting with so many little things, but at the subconscious level, it's kind of, it's biting at you that it kind of disturbed your dream. And the way to move forward with this is to take a look and evaluate, because you can see now these two cards are upside down, is to take a look at what's bothering you mentally, and so that these emotions need to be addressed. So we see this water theme, where here it's dripping from the fountain from above, and here it's all, what's it called, the rough waters. So definitely a processing on what you're really thinking about this situation is going to help you get some clarity about this. So you as a reader, as the reader, need to help your client identify what this is in their subconscious mind. And it is your ability to ask the right questions that will help them draw to the consciousness what this is. And this is the way to do it. This will tell you how to help them. Okay, let's talk about the things that are bothering you. Okay, so which one of these things can you move forward with? Because which one of these issues are disturbing you the most? And what can you do today, now that you know what this is, to help you? And sometimes you don't really need to do, you as the reader may not need to do anything more than just to bring to surface what was blocked. And now that they know, it's like, aha, and it helps them move on. And sometimes this process of unlocking that helps your client. Not today, but I've had clients call me, Daisy, you won't believe this, I started understanding it now. And usually it's usually within a 72-hour period. Everything's so fresh and it's coming at them. So, okay, so now that we've talked about this one, let's move on to my third one. Okay, let's pack this up and give it a little shuffle. All right. Hope you enjoy this. Okay. And I'll make sure to put my website on here, but at the same time, it's www.fortuneforecasts.com. And you can go ahead and set up a session with me. And once I get your information, then I will contact you. I will not contact you before, so you will need to provide me all the information that I am asking on my website there. Been doing that for the last 30 years, and so we've got a nice system, and everything is confidential. Okay, so this is my next one, and it's a little bit more detailed. I usually start off with a few cards here, and so here we go. Okay, so we start off with one card here, and this is your dreamer, your client, or if it's you that you're doing for yourself, that's you. And then the next one here is, sometimes dreams have themes. So this is the theme. And the next one is, how does this connect to life? How does this dream connect to real life events? Here's what action needs to be taken. And what is the overall message? Okay, so let's take a look at this. I'll just pop this over here. Okay, so let's just kind of just see what this would have been. Okay, so the person here is, they're having some issues here, and they're not connected emotionally right now. They're so disconnected from whatever it is. And the theme of the dream apparently had to do with communication and projects that are just off. And apparently there is an issue here with the dreamer that is still bothering them, that it showed up in the dream, that people are not coming together, that there are disputes, and no one seems to be on the same page. And how does this connect to real life? Well, he says you've got to put some thought into this plan. You've got to make sure that these things are communicated effectively, and you can't just do things and just run off without having a plan or communicating with others how you feel about things and just run off and do them. You've got to really communicate, so create that bridge. Okay, what's the possible action? Well, bring people together. It says someone's got to make that initiative to bring people together to so that it can happen, so that people are having a dialogue. And someone's got to be the bigger person to do that. And in the dream, you may be asked that you might have that power and the ability, because, see, this sword is coming from above, and you have what it takes. There's a little crown on here, so you have what it takes to bring that harmony to the table. And what is the message overall? Be on guard, because someone could throw a monkey wrench into this. So until you step up to this situation here and take this action, you're going to need to stay on guard. Okay, so there you have it. All right. Okay. And there you have it. And those are my top 3 spreads. I hope that you find them beneficial to you. And in the world of dreams, it's so foggy and so murky, and this is why the tarot is a great tool to help you bring out of the subconscious what your mind understands as symbols and make these connections. And as you do that, you begin to clear out the closet of the subconscious mind and bring into awareness, so that you can continue to do great things for yourself, for your family, and your community. And just really not have all that, what I call clutter, not only inside your brain, but inside your subconscious mind. So once the conscious mind is aware of the confusion that the subconscious mind is doing, because the subconscious mind is going to try and make things work and make sense out of it. But when your conscious mind is not aware that your subconscious mind is going amok, it really creates a lot more of what I call stress in your everyday experience. So the dreams are there for something. They're there for a reason. They're there to help you make sense of the nonsense that we experience during the day. But anyway, thank you so much for joining my channel. Please subscribe and come back soon. Daisy signing out.